Right then, next video. So we've kind of left it where it was. We've let the fire do what it's supposed to do. And as I said the last time, so what you can see now is all those kindling have kind of gone, near enough to charcoal effect. Now we're kind of at the stage where I'll kind of move it around and put another log in now. So what I'll do is just show you. So I've got another log ready to go. And I'm just going to grab the poker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the door and I'm going to move all this stuff to the bottom, and then I'm going to put the log on top of that kindling that I've moved and pushed against the other log that's at the back. Now you might be able to see, but the other log has actually caught fire, which will help the process. So what I'll do is you don't do this fast either, because you'll end up moving stuff around. You'll get smoke out and everything else. You want to do it slowly. So now the thing to note with this, now right now that handle's cold. As you use this and as it's been on for a few hours and you've got that heat, because remember it's all cast iron, it will transfer eventually to that handle. So we bought just quite a cheap kind of barbecue kind of holder. So when I've realised that does actually get hot, I then can actually just use that to open the door. But right now it's still freezing cold, so it's fine. So I will open this, and then I'll open it. You see I'm opening it slowly. Let the fire know that you've opened it and give it more oxygen, but from a different direction. And then you can slowly open it. And then what I'll do is I'll just push these in, because as you can see they're basically broken anyway. And you just move them around a bit. So it's mainly just charcoal at the bottom now. And you can see where the other one has actually caught fire, look. And then I'll grab this, and don't throw it in. Yeah. Yes, it's hot in there, but as long as you don't touch anything, you're not going to burn yourself. And there you go. So that's now put on top of the kindling and pushed against the other one. You can see the smoke rising already. So this is where you would close the door. Now usually I'd do that a bit faster, but I wanted to show you. So a bit of smoke did come out because I can smell it. But otherwise, that's it. Now that doesn't look like anything. Whoops. But you'll realise fairly soon that will, because the amount of heat that's in between those two logs now is quite intense. Plus it's got heat at the bottom of that log from that kindling that you've just moved. And you will get some smoke first as it kind of starts to smoulder. And then you can see the fire actually just starting to come up between the middle now over there. By the way, at this point, do not touch that glass, because you will sear off a finger, which you don't really want to do. But you can just about see the fire there, and it's getting bigger, and there's some fire started at the left, look, so and that's basically what you want. Now when I mentioned this before, which is here, this says how much oxygen is allowed in. Now right now that's on full blast. When this starts to kick in, as you can see, this can get quite crazy. So when you're kind of really happy, what we would do is we would turn this down. Not all the way, because then you're stopping all the oxygen, it will go off. I'll show you. If I do that, there's no oxygen going in there, you see it dying down. And if I open that back up, it allows the oxygen back in and it'll start back up. Yeah? So what we would do is, because there's a lot of wood in there now, we wouldn't leave it on full blast. Not because it would damage anything, but I think it would just be too intense. We would probably turn it down by like a quarter to a third. And you will see it die slightly. Now initially we would keep an eye on it, just to make sure that we haven't accidentally closed it down too much. Because you can easily just adjust it left or right slightly. If you realise it's still way too much fire and you want to turn it down a little bit more, you can do. Yeah? But that's basically it now, and we'll just let that do its thing.